Can you guess what we're gonna learn today?
I got pressure, she call me diamond. No time for mistake, too scared for writing. You know I dream this reality.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I am Jasmine if you didn't know, and today we're going to talk about how to write a good goal. So there have been so many goals from other people and sometimes even myself that I've read, and then after I'm done I'm like,
what are we doing? What?
So in order to make a goal that you can read and understand and that others can read and understand, I have some tips that I've learned along the way that I'm hoping really help you out. Step number 1, make your goal clear, okay? If you know that you want Jasmine to be able to say K in the initial position, your goal should say, little Jasmine will say K in the initial position. That is it. Keep it at that. Do not add anything extra. I've said this in other videos, don't feel like you need to write a narrative. It's not necessary. Just paint that picture and keep it moving. Step number 2, your goal should be measurable in some way. We already know that we want little Jasmine to be able to say K in the initial position. Great. But how much do you want Jasmine to be able to do that? 50%? 70%? 5 out of 10 opportunities? You need to have some way to measure it, because if someone, or even yourself, if you're doing that goal and little Jasmine says it perfectly one time, but then the rest of the session she completely butchers it, does that mean she met the goal? No, hopefully not. Step number 3, make sure your goal is realistic. If you know good and well that Jasmine cannot say her K's, do not roll out with the goal that's like Jasmine will say K's in the initial position given 95% of opportunities, because I mean, it's just not gonna happen, sis, okay? So let's bring it back. Let's be a little realistic. Maybe we start off with a goal that Jasmine will say K in the initial position in 50% of opportunities, 60 even. I know we want the best for our clients, but you gotta make it achievable. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they can reach the goal. Step 4, make sure that the goal for your client is actually useful for your client. If you write a goal for Jasmine to say K in the initial position and she can do that already, I mean, what are we even doing in therapy? You know what I'm saying? Is it useful? And not only is it useful as if she can come in and do it or not, is this one goal that you have going to help her get to other goals? You don't want to write a goal that's like, okay, once it's done, didn't really help her get anywhere other than this one thing that I focused on, and now I have to write an entire new thing. Step number 5, make sure there is some timeliness to your goal. I hate writing goals or seeing goals that don't have a time period attached to it. So that is to say, for example, if I want little Jasmine to be able to say K in the initial position, I might put at the end of my goal over 2 consecutive data days. I want to know that little Jasmine is succeeding with the K sound over multiple days and not just that one day that we're in therapy. Step number 6 is to make sure that you add the amount of cueing that you're going to provide for this goal. Because if you don't provide the amount of cueing, you're not really sure, it's not clear how Jasmine is supposed to be able to get to this goal. Do you want her to be able to do it independently? Is this with max cues, minimum cues? Something that I learned very recently is to write given faded prompts and cues. That is to say that she may begin with this goal needing max cues, but in order to meet it, I want her to be completely independent. So if you were to use all 6 of these steps or all 6 of these tips, you might end up with a goal that sounds a little bit like this. Little Jasmine will say K in the initial position in 60% of opportunities over 2 consecutive data days given faded prompts and cues. So I do hope that this video has been helpful. I know goal writing can be super difficult, and I know reading goals that aren't really good can be super stressful. So don't be one of those people. Write a good goal. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.